Yo, in this video I'm going to teach you 3 more shuffles that you can do in this How to Shuffle series. That's right, in the last video I told you if you could get it to 2,000 likes, I'd make another one teaching you some more sick shuffles, and by golly gosh, you guys have done it. Look at that. That's actually more than 2,000, that's a lot of likes. Me likey. If you haven't seen the last episode, I implore you to do so. I slapped on my education hat and taught you guys the Charlier cut, a beautiful one-handed cut that makes you look slick as butter, baby. The ribbon spread, an aesthetically pleasing way to display a pack of cards and even flip them over like a badass. And last but not least, I even taught you how to do the riffle shuffle. But in this video, I'm teaching you even better ones. What? How is that possible, you ask? Well, I'll be teaching you the revolution cut, similar to the Charlier cut, but with just a little more pizzazz. The card spring, which is like the ultimate card maneuver hoover. And last but not least, I'm going to teach you the in the hands riffle shuffle. It's like the tabled riffle shuffle in that you don't need no table, you can do it straight up in the hands wherever you're at. It's so sick! Now before we dive into the tutorial, make sure that you smash like if you haven't already and subscribe. I'm so close to 1 million subscribers, I can practically taste it, baby. So grab your deck of playing cards and join me for the revolution cut. The revolution cut is very similar to the Charlier cut, only it's a little bit more stylish. Check it out. You take the deck, you give it a cut, the deck rotates around. It's beautiful. Now, if you've learned the Charlier cut, this will be easier for you to learn. If not, go back to the other video and check it out, or you can just dive deep into this sucker and see if you can figure it out. So the way that you're going to start is you're going to bring your pinky around the back. So you're going to hold the deck in this normal grip like this. This is the dealer's grip or mechanic's grip, whatever you want to call it, doesn't really matter. And then you're going to shift the pinky behind the deck, and now we've got something known as a straddle grip, okay? I'm straddling the deck like so. And what you're going to want to do is hold the deck up like so. So you can see I've levered it up. It's pinned between my pointer and pinky, and these fingers here are adding extra support so no cards slide out of the bottom. So once you've got it like this, your thumb is going to contact the top third here, and you're just going to lift that off and allow the rest to fall into the palm of your hand. Now your pointer is going to come around and contact this packet that you've separated so that you're holding it like this. See, I can sort of lever them like so. And your ring finger is going to come underneath here and begin pushing the deck. Now this will be super weird at first, but you're going to push the deck up until your ring finger can kind of poke its little head out the top here like that. Now from here, your pointer finger and your ring finger are going to rotate the packet, just sort of like pulling and pushing at the same time, rotating it around and using your other fingers, eventually putting your pointer here, but using your other fingers to stop the cards from falling out. Now from here, once you've pulled that down, you're going to be in this position where you need to pull that underneath. And to do that, you're just going to sort of drag in your pointer finger until it gets just enough room that you can slap the other cards on top. So on a single run, it goes like this. Hold it in the straddle grip, lift up a third, pointer comes around, contacting that portion, ring finger goes underneath, lifts up until it can poke its little head right through there, push, pull, until you get to here where it basically will contact your middle finger. And then from here, you're just going to kind of gradually guide it around and pull your pointer finger in as far as it'll go so that this packet here will clear, and then you're just going to slap it closed. Now, full disclosure, this is a move that's best done kind of quickly or like medium speed. Doing it slowly in a tutorial is a little bit difficult, but I'm going to give you one more angle so that you can see how the whole thing works. Let me show you from the back end. All right, so from your point of view, you're going to hold it in the straddle, thumb's going to contact here, lift off a third, let the rest fall flat, get that pointer contacting the front edge, ring finger is going to come under, and you're just going to push, push, push until it can poke its way through, and then you're going to lever and push and pull at the same time, and then pull that pointer finger in until it clears, and then you can snap that sucker closed. Now the beautiful thing about video is that you can go back, pause and rewind and do all the things you need to do to figure it out. But this particular cut is not super difficult. I would say it's like in between beginner and intermediate level. You know, it's in that little limbo area where it's like kind of knacky, but it's necessary. If you learn it, you'll be able to do so many more crazy shuffles like this one here that I'll eventually teach you guys once you all, you know, learn enough skills. I'll add this into the whole tutorial thing, you know what I'm saying? But for now, do your best to master that, and we're moving on to the card spring. Now the card spring is one of those moves that just is awesome no matter how you slice it. You can do it falling down like this. You can do it in reverse with the cards falling up like this. I'll be honest with you though, the card springing down is infinitely easier than the card springing up. But if you learn one, you'll eventually be able to do the other. And I'm going to teach you all of that right now. Alright, so to do the card spring, what's going to happen is you're going to contact the deck with your thumb at one corner, and then these two fingers at the front here, your pointer and middle finger, are going to contact the other corner like this. Now if I squeeze this, I want them to go, a lot of people think that you want the deck to go like this, but that's not true. You want the deck to go in like so. Alright, so it's matching the curvature of my hand, and I'm doing it corner to corner because it'll give me more control over the cards. Now one by one, what's going to happen is you're going to very slowly, you can see I'm kind of rolling my thumb back there. You're going to very slowly roll the thumb back as you have that pressure, and the cards will begin to spring off. Now this is obviously an oversimplification because your grip strength in your hand is something that you're going to have to develop by practicing this. You need to learn how to control the amount of pressure you're alleviating with the thumb so that the cards spring off evenly. What I recommend is that when you practice, you hold your hands really close together and just try to practice letting them go one at a time in a very close proximity like this. Just one at a time, and try to get it to a point where you can actually just control and stop and then control and stop and control and stop. This will take time, but within a little practice, you'll be able to do it. And as you increase your ability to control the strength, you can also then increase the distance of the cards. Now a little tip you can add to make the spring look much bigger is instead of having it static like this, where I'm just shooting the cards from hand to hand, what I can do is I can move this hand and have this hand follow, collecting all the cards up in midair. It'll look something like this. Now that makes the spring look much larger and it's very impressive. But now I'm going to teach you how to spring the cards upwards. And it's actually a different technique, but it's the same, but it's different. Let me explain. So in order to have the cards spring up, you're essentially doing the same thing, but instead of having them come off the thumb, you actually need to have them come off the front fingers here. And to do that, instead of holding the deck with your thumb just on the pad there, you're going to go a little bit deeper on the thumb like this, and then you're going to try and slowly roll my two front fingers off. Yeah, now this is a little bit harder in my opinion to practice, but again, you do the same thing where you practice up nice and close, releasing the cards one at a time. And truthfully, you can do the spring like this, and you can do the spring sideways, and actually you can do the spring upwards. But the reason why I like doing them off these two front fingers the most is because you can do a really big spring. I'm talking massive, baby, a big ass spring. And now it's time for the In the Hands Riffle Shuffle. The In the Hands Riffle Shuffle is one of those things that I feel like almost everyone should know how to do. Being able to riffle the cards wherever you are and neatly have them bridged together like this is something that just is so nice. And you guys, you lucky devils, I'm going to teach you how to do it right now. It's really not that hard, but it is at the same time. Somewhere in the middle of like beginner and intermediate. Now in order to do it, what's going to happen is you're going to grab the deck with these three fingers, and what's going to happen is I'm going to put my finger here, I kind of nestle it until it feels comfortable, and I'm going to riffle like this. I'm going to have my hand in a gun shape almost, and I'm just going to riffle these onto the three most fingers at the base here, and then my thumb's going to contact, flipping the packet over into a nice hold again. And now you're going to curl these fingers underneath so that you can hold this kind of sick gun position. Check this out, man. Sick gun position like this, yeah? But then you're going to curl those pointers underneath and be able to riffle like this. Now you just want to be able to hold them, you know, like this. It's not difficult, but you want to hold them like this. And then when you come together, you want to get them just close enough that they'll start interlacing as you riffle them, yeah? So get them into that riffly position and then just bring them just close enough. In fact, it's a good idea sometimes to just do this, where you have the two at the bottom there. That'll give you a good judgment of where the rest will go, and you just riffle them together. Now to do the bridge, once you've riffled them together like this, you just push them a little bit together, maybe like a ½ inch, yeah? Bring all your fingers underneath, and you're just going to, with your thumbs on the top, this will stop the cards from splitting. With the thumbs on the top, you're just going to kind of bend like this. Yeah, bend up like this, and then if you open the fingers at the base here, both sides at the same time, creating like a platform, they'll end up bridging automatically. It'll be automatic. Seriously, it just automatically happens, but they'll bridge together on your fingertips. It'll be sick. So once again, riffle onto your knuckles, curl that thing over, grab it, just get it comfortable so that you can hold it in the gunny position, and then just bring them together and riffle. Bring all the fingers underneath, Curl that sucker up. Open your fingers up like a platform so that they can all bridge together neatly onto your awaiting fingers. And boom, baby, there it is. You've learned 3 new shuffles, and if you get this video to just 3,000 likes, I'll make another one teaching you 3 more so that you can become a master of the card manip. Anyway, guys, I have missed you, and trust me, I am working on something big. I've got an editor, I've got a thumbnail guy, and I'm gonna do a 365 again for 2024.
Call me Bucky, lucky that I'm innocent. If I didn't have no mobiles, I'd be menacing.